Saying that Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker's nuptials were all Dolce& Gabbana everything would be an understatement. As sources explicitly revealed, the wedding was 100% sponsored by Dolce& Gabbana in an exclusive deal set to give millions of dollars worth of free publicity to the controversy hit luxury fashion house. You might remember the extremely heated controversies Stefano Gabbana raised with his trash-talking comments on Instagram back in the day before retiring from the spot of social media. And then the whole Chinese controversy the fashion house went through in 2018. But this is old news, apparently. Is it really though? Let's take an actual look at this Dolce & Gabbana luxurious wedding extravaganza we are talking about, shall we? But before getting into it, welcome back to our channel. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you won't be missing any of our videos. Members of the Kardashian and Jenner clans were repeatedly photographed in expensive Dolce & Gabbana outfits in the run-up to the ceremony, which was then held on May 22nd in the Italian seaside city of Portofino. And as part of the deal, the guests were ferried from their hotels to Portofino Harbor on the wedding day in a fleet of 4 classic wooden Riva speedboats furnished with Dolce & Gabbana accessories themselves, of course. Guests had then only have to walk a short distance into a tunnel in a nearby hillside where they were able to access a lift to carry them up to the spectacular Castello Brown Fortress where the ceremony took place. Sources revealed that the Italian fashion house has been closely involved in organizing each and every aspect of the lavish wedding celebrations, which have already been referred to as the showbiz event of the year. Staff from the company's base in Milan were sent to Portofino ahead of the nuptials to oversee the lavish preparations and were put up in local hotels. Kourtney and heavily tattooed Blink-182 drummer Travis were also staying on the super yacht Regina d'Italia, which is known to be owned by Stefano Gabbana, the co-founder of Dolce & Gabbana. The yacht was conveniently anchored offshore next to Portofino, just a short boat ride from Castello Brown and a neighboring house which was hired for the celebrations. Staff carrying black bags and cases emblazoned with the name Dolce & Gabbana were also seen making their way into the medieval castle, which overlooks Portofino Harbor and has spectacular views over the Mediterranean. Several clothes in suit bags labeled as being for Travis were conveniently pictured next to a Dolce & Gabbana shopping bag before being carried up through a steep garden path into the rented house as the wedding preparations continued on Friday, May 20th. A pop-up Dolce & Gabbana shop describing itself as a Galleria d'Arte opened 3 days before on Portofino's Market Square beside the harbor in Portofino to capitalize on the worldwide public interest in the wedding. An insider working for Dolce & Gabbana confirmed that the opening of the shop was entirely due to the wedding. The staff members added that the shop would remain open for 3 months, stocking items from current collections to promote the brand to well-heeled tourists who flock to the idyllic Italian city of Portofino. Questioned by reporters, a member of staff at the shop smiled when asked about the brand's link-up with the Kardashians, saying they are friends of the house. Asked about the Kardashians staying on his boss's lavishly furnished 213-foot yacht worth around $60 million US, he added with a grin, he loves to have guests. Dolce & Gabbana has not officially responded to requests about the sponsorship deal for the wedding. Added to the all-above opulence, the Kardashians' Jenner's clan didn't disappoint their fans, sharing more and more on social media about the wedding and the looks they all served during the weekend celebrations. Once again, all Dolce & Gabbana everything. Literally, an open-air all-weekend long catwalk featuring breathtaking pieces of Dolce & Gabbana Alta Moda at its finest. Words cannot describe the opulence, elegance, and high fashion of the fancy looks the Kardashian-Jenner clan wore, estimated to cost around $20,000 USD each at least. So let's take a moment and just look at this show of fashion opulence. Some of the clothes were even vintage items which would have been hard to source, according to fashion industry insiders. Dolce & Gabbana has been quick to capitalize on the reality stars giving their apparent backing to the brand by retweeting pictures of them walking around Portofino in their outfits. Kourtney and her sisters Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, and Kendall Jenner were all seen in Dolce & Gabbana gear on Friday, May 20. And their display of support for the label continued on Saturday when Kim was photographed in a Dolce&Gabbana black maxi dress as she walked barefoot around the city on her way to engagements in the morning and early evening. Chloe also wore, among other all D&G looks, a sensational high-skimming chocolate brown dress paired with statement knee-high boots as she strutted around the harbor, showcasing her spectacular body. She later updated her Instagram site, which has 244 million followers, by posting a picture of herself in the figure-hugging outfit as she posed in the cockpit of a yacht and on a balcony. Kourtney also stepped out in a dress from the label bearing an image which appeared to be the Virgin Mary, paired with a short black veil with blue lace trim, black gloves, and matching strappy sandals. The one and only Kris Jenner has also been regularly stepping out in Dolce&Gabbana outfits and posting pictures all over her social media account. The Kardashians and Jenners have always been big fans of the Italian label, seemingly shrugging off criticism of Stefano Gabbana, who once referred to them as the most cheap people in the world, in an Instagram comment. Social media users have been quick to notice that the fashion house is now unashamedly tied to the lives of the reality stars through Kourtney's wedding. As briefly mentioned above, Dolce&Gabbana has been working hard in recent years to escape the fallout from a string of scandals which led to the brand being accused of racism, among other things. Question is the fashion house now out of those dark times? Only time will tell. But let's get back to the opulence of such an exclusive wedding ceremony. An intimate garden grotto with outlandish gold structures was set to play a key role in the Kardashian-Barker wedding. The amazing set was being erected the day before on the grounds of the historic beachside house next to Castello Brown, which has been rented by the Kardashian-Jenner family for the matrimonial festivities. A 12-foot high gold structure in the shape of a huge gilded picture frame or mirror was erected at one end of a garden plot. Leaves and foliage were hung from a curved frame over the length of the 40-foot-long garden to create the effect of a woodland hideaway. Two other giant gilded objects with wide-brimmed bowls on top were also put in place. Dozens of candles in glass jars were lined up, creating an enchanting and romantic scene. But what about the bride and groom's wedding outfits? These were definitely examples of hyper-customized opulence for the event. As the designers shared on the fashion house's Instagram account itself, Kourtney Kardashian wore a one-of-a-kind Dolce&Gabbana Alta Moda white silk lace and satin gown and a dramatic hand-embroidered veil. For the gown, Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana took inspiration from the iconic figures of the Italian lingerie and La Dolce Vita. The corset enhanced the bridal silhouette thanks to a design rich in exquisite cuts and realized following expert tailoring techniques that emphasized femininity. Kourtney wore a wide, long tulle veil with floral lace appliques, inspired by the flowers of the Portofino Gardens. The veil was hand-embroidered with a large depiction of the Virgin Mary and the words family, loyal, respect. The embroidery done with the cross-stitch technique recalls her husband Travis's tattoo and is a symbol of alliance, respect, and common devotion. The look was completed by tulle gloves and white lace pumps and has been estimated to cost up to $500,000 USD, approximately. Coming to the groom, Travis Barker wore a double-breasted jacket with peaked lapels, classic trousers with pressed crease, and a side band, both in superfine Italian black wool with tuxedo details in black silk satin. Both the garments have been bespoke made. The cut, the choice of materials, the study of proportions, the careful attention to detail, the combinations, all aimed at the creation of a unique garment with a perfect fit. The jacket was entirely hand-worked, strictly following all the passages of the Italian sartorial tradition. On the front of the jacket, the canvas, then the horsehair, and finally the ribs are applied with a skillful needlework, which gave shape and reinforcement to the structure of the garment. The shoulder pads and rolls, also applied by hand, defined and sculpted the Barkers' shoulders, giving them a definite and gritty line. The whole garment was fashioned with the stitching and buttonholes made by hand. To enhance also the interior of the garment, a sumptuous black silk satin lining was chosen. The look was completed with a white shirt, a black silk satin bow tie, a golden cross brooch with black crystals, and creepers-style shoes. Have you said wow? Yes, us too. While the brand was quick to shut down reports that it has sponsored the festivities, the designers were happy to host this very special occasion, a rep for Dolce&Gabbana said. The wedding has already earned the company a whopping $25.4 million in media impact value, according to brand performance firm Launch Metrics, more than half of the total $47 million generated by the event thus far. And, to be quite frank, we have just covered the surface of these extremely luxurious celebrations branded Dolce & Gabbana from start to finish. So, what do you guys think? As we like to say, the floor is now yours. Let us know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell to never miss a video from us. Thanks for watching.